We are live. Okay, just wait a few minutes. Very excited. Hope you guys are having a great day. I don't know about you, but this 80s girl is not doing okay. The fact that we have lost Ozzy Osbourne, today Hulk Hogan, and then Malcolm Jamal Warner. I mean, this has not been a good week. So let me bring her Sakile on. Hold on. Hi, DQ. Right. I know it's so sad. It's like so sad. Why can I? There we go.
Hi. All
Yay!
right. I won't know how I look on Instagram. Hi.
You look fabulous. You
Okay,
look
cool.
fabulous. What?
Um,
You look fabulous. I, on the other hand, you know
awesome.
what?
No,
Um,
you look great. I don't know what you're talking about.
it is so hot that I hope you can hear me and people can hear because
I can hear you.
the excuse me,
Uh-oh. You got
the
some water?
AC has to stay on. You know what I can do? Hold on. I'll just take you all with me for a quick second. Just take you all with me for a quick second and we will lower the AC. There we go. Okay. All righty. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a crazy day. As most people know, I work in news, so we've had a lot of people pass away, and I'm very sad because I loved wrestling and Hulk Hogan. I actually sent him a couple emails to try and get him on my podcast, the other podcast. Never
Mm,
happened. But it's like Ozzy Osbourne. It's like the 80s. It's like
yeah.
us 80s kids, and Tony posted it, and she hit it on point. Us 80s kids are not doing okay today.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tell you.
Whew. It's like 3 consecutive people. You know how they say everything happens in
Well,
threes?
and there was also a jazz musician that passed away today too.
True.
So
It's the moon energy, but it's really sad. Like, oh my gosh.
I know.
Positive vibes to their families and their loved ones and their fans.
I know.
I mean, I'm
Did
a
you ever
90s
watch? Did
baby.
you ever watch wrestling?
When I was a kid, yes. I'm a 90s baby, but I was born in the early 90s, so like, yeah.
Okay.
I do know like all those people. So I remember watching like sitcoms and all of that. So,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
So let's introduce yourself and tell people, excuse me, all about you and how you got your gift and why are we sticking? Are we
Okay.
sticking? Okay, we're not sticking.
Okay. Um so my name is Sakile or Saki. Hi. I am an intuitive oracle. I'm a spiritual guide, consultant, educator. Let's say a Jill of all trades spiritual, at least most trades spiritual. Um, wow. I think I've always had my gifts, but I really stepped into it when I was a teenager. I was 16 years old, and I was one of those typical millennial kiddos on the forums because I've always had an interest in all things supernatural and you know, I'm a UFO nerd, so I love all of that. And long story short, there were psychics on there, so I would read the channeled messages, I would read the psychic messages, and I was in we would chat. I mean, had those chat rooms, if you know, like AOL and all of that. I'm showing my age,
Right.
but
Oh, honey,
and
I'm a lot older than you. You're young, young, young.
but, I was like a teenager. I was like really awkward, as most teenagers are, very misunderstood. And I would talk to the psychics, and they're like, one of them is like, you are a psychic. You're just like me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. So, fun fact, I came from a religious background, a Muslim background. Um, so I was terrified because I didn't want to get in trouble for obvious reasons. But
Right.
I tried it because I was like, okay, fine. If you insist that I do this message, I'm going to do it. I closed my eyes and I was like doing meditation back then. Still do it now. I needed to be more consistent. And I tapped in. It came through. And
Crazy.
I channeled my first message at 16 years old on the forum. Everyone was asking questions. And, I know it sounds insane, but let's just say it came through. And then I'd start taking questions. So I would go to school, right? I would have this notebook and I would just like will literally write down the questions in my notebook like the night before, take it to school, go to school, do that, and then like while I'm waiting for the bus or waiting for my mom to pick me up, I would just tap in and automatically like write the answers to the questions. It was a crazy time. But unfortunately, I didn't know anything about boundaries. I didn't know anything about trickster spirits or anything like that. So I got caught up, and then I stopped doing it for a few years at 18. But still, my love for the supernatural. I was in the Facebook supernatural groups, tarot reading groups, and yeah, it never really went away. I tried to make it go away.
I
Like
don't
I
think it
tried.
does go away. I think once you have this gift, and especially if you have it naturally to where like you're
Yeah,
not really
yeah,
needing the lessons and you're not really needing the classes to tune in, because there are people that don't have to take that, but there's a lot of people that do. Like for me, I am
yes.
intuitive and I'm starting to open up. For me, I
Mm-hmm.
will need help tuning
Yeah,
in. And
yeah.
so it is pretty fascinating that like you have it and you just, it's with you.
Yes, and I try to make it go away because I wanted it to be normal for most of my life, and I'm just walking into the fact that you know what, I'm not going to be normal. This is what I'm
But you
supposed
are
to do.
normal. Just because, see, I think you're still normal. Just because you can hear spirit and you
Yeah.
know things does not mean you're not normal.
Yes. It's
There's
just
a
it's a little
reason God
extra.
gave you this gift.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah, I would look at the ghost pictures and I can see the ghosts in the pictures, and I'll say, "Hey, this is what I'm seeing," and people will be like, "Wait, no way." Yeah. So even now, like sometimes you know how trying to turn on my phone early in the morning and it's so dark, I always have to like cover the camera because I don't want to see something. So
Really?
yes, yes.
Wow.
So that's a bit of how I got into my gifts. But honestly, just based on the little things my parents would tell me, like, you know, I was one of those kids with the imaginary friends. So I'm like, okay, I guess I always had this. But yeah, now I've stepped into it, I've embraced it, and now I'm here to do readings for others. Um, and I feel like I'm getting initiated by my spirit team to being the teacher. So yeah, it's very interesting.
I love it. I love it. Now we have a lot of stuff going on today. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
have Mercury's in retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new moon, right?
Yes, we do. New Moon in Leo.
And that's tonight, correct?
Yes.
And so we're going to talk about the new moon. We're going to talk about the Mercury
Yes.
retrograde because there's
Yes.
lots of. We're going to talk a little bit about candle magic and
Uh-huh.
things that you should do and should not do.
Yes.
We're going to talk about spirit. What I don't know how to say it. To make sure that our spirit and our I don't remember the word
Mm-hmm.
that I. What was the word that I used? Because I'm totally forgetting.
It's okay.
Our spiritual intuition, how to
Uh-huh.
get more in
Tap into
tune,
that. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was there. I'm like, why am I? This is, and that
It's
stuff freaks me
retrograde.
out.
It's retrograding. That's
Yeah, it's like my brain, like, and I have because I didn't write well last night when I was doing my notes, and I was like,
yeah. It's
anyway.
okay. We're just gonna go with the flow. That's the whole point of retrograde. Just go with the flow.
So let's talk about this retrograde. Let's.
Yes.
What is going on? What can we expect? What can we not expect? What should we
Mm-hmm.
be doing, and what should we not be doing?
Great question. So retrograde is basically based from our perspective on Earth. It looks like Mercury is going backwards. Okay, which Mercury is the planet of communication, intellect. So if you are an air sign like Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, then you're most likely affected by the Mercury in retrograde because air is all about communication, talking. So retrograde because from our perspective, hi, Mercury is going backwards, so that messes up communication. Communication gets muddy. Technology stops working, or it for me, I've been having internet issues. Like it's so annoying. Um,
We had them all
communication
day today at
issues.
work. It was crazy.
Transportation. So like a lot of people's cars would break down, or things would happen with their like communication because of the retrograde. So How do you survive Mercury retrograde? First things first, I believe that knowledge is power. Understand that, Mercury retrograde is not something that you need to be afraid of. It's more of a redirection. So you have to slow down. It teaches you what's the most important. And the retrograde, I think it is in Leo. I have to double check. And, we are in Leo season. Leo is ruled by the sun. It's about being seen. It's about, confidence, power. Okay. So this retrograde, and I'm not an astrologer as of yet. I'm just intuiting this. So you guys got to take what resonates. But this retrograde is teaching us what is most important. How can we show up authentically? Okay. And especially if one of you, I don't know, if you struggle with communication, if you struggle with having your voice heard, if you struggle with being seen, this retrograde is forcing you to deal with it. Okay. So yeah, Mercury retrograde is all about slowing down, thinking about a communication, not making rash decisions. And it's never recommended to make big decisions, especially when it comes to your career or your relationship or just anything that is big. You have to look into the finer details. And yes, I don't know about you, but retrograde always affects me because I'm not a air sign, but I do have Aquarius in my chart. I
And
have
happy
Gemini.
birthday, because it was your birthday the other day.
Yes, it was my birthday on the 22nd. I have my midhaven is Gemini. So it's interesting that I'm a Cancer Leo cusp. You're Libra? Okay, yeah. And this is my job. I'm always on live stream. I'm promoting my business in Gozi's Alcove. So it's been very interesting for me. Yeah. And I just want to say,
You also do a lot on TikTok.
I do. Yes.
And you started doing the cards on Instagram, which I love.
Yes. Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you so much, Kicks by Lore. So yeah, thank you so much, DQ the mayor. But yeah, I've been forced to get into my Leo energy and be seen and post more. So I've been challenging myself to do that as much as possible. But yes, Mercury retrograde, do not be afraid of it. Just let it guide you to slow down. Go with the flow. That's the best way to survive retrograde, in my opinion.
Now, how is Mercury retrograde affecting the new moon tonight? Because tonight's going to be a very magical new moon.
So, we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde. Okay. And it's also in Leo. Retrograde is in Leo. The new moon is in Leo. So, you're not just being redirected to be seen, to figure out how you are now showing up for yourself. For the new moon, it's about manifesting. Okay, you're meant to be seen. The world needs you. How are you going to make it happen? Okay. So new moon, as opposed to the full moon, new moon is about manifestation. Although a lot of people manifest during the full moon, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your magic, but full moon, for me, I like to release during the full moon, and I like to manifest during the new moon because, new beginnings. So the new moon in Leo is all about like challenging yourself. How far can you go? I'm thinking about the saying, Delulu is Trululu. So, okay, let's say some of you, especially if you are, you want to be in the spotlight, if you want to be a celebrity, you want to be on TV, etc. Okay, how are you going to make that happen? So you can't just light candles and just like say, all right, let's say by December, I'm going to have like 8,000 followers and do a number amount of reels every day. It's more of like, how can I show up? Okay, I trust that I'm going to get 8,000 followers on Instagram, for example. How can I get there? What are some realistic things that I can do? What is holding me back from being seen? So that's what this retrograde is all about. And also restructuring your communication. Okay, especially for those of us that struggle with it. If you stumble over your words, how can you communicate in a way that is authentic to you while also not silencing yourself? Because part of my work, I don't just do tarot cards. I don't just do mediumship. I'm all about the voice. I'm a vocal sound healer as well. How can you free your voice at this time? Right. So those are some questions that you have to ask yourself. And those are some things that you should consider when you are, working with the new moon in Leo. But also, don't forget that just because life throws obstacles, it doesn't mean that your dreams can't come true. How are you going to have the audacity to allow your dreams to come true anyway? What are you going to do about it? And I like to ask questions. I'm an educator, that's my background. So I'm going to ask you all the questions and you have to think about it, okay?
I love that. I love that. So when we're doing like, if like I'll light a couple candles tonight. Like, is there
Yeah,
like certain things that we should do for certain candles? Love candle,
great
money
question.
candle, career candle. Like, is there certain things we should like prep the candle? What happens if you don't have the stuff? Like, and is there
Okay,
a certain area like in your home where you should have the candles set up?
great question. So, I like to go with directions. And for me, I mean, I'm not a feng shui expert, but I like to go based on common sense. So, for example, the sun comes up from the east. So that means, okay, I want to manifest something new. I'm going to go with the east.
Got it.
Okay. Sun sets on the west. Okay. If you want to release something, you might want to face west. And the north. North is, in my understanding, the realm of the spirit realm, the ancestors. So if you're focusing on ancestral communication, psychic development, you might want to face north. Okay. And I feel like south, to me, I to me, south represents summer. It represents abundance. It represents like everything is in full bloom. So if I want more abundance, I'm going to face south. Okay. Of course, this is my opinion. There are people that are more experienced with that, but I just go based on my intuition. But I'm just saying, when it comes to your magic, it is all about your intention. So even if you don't know which direction that you want to put your altar, you want to center yourself, okay? And you want to ask yourself what feels right, okay? So I wouldn't worry too much about the little things. They do matter, but I would focus on the intention. Like when it comes to candle magic, colors do matter. So let's say, all right, let's say you want to manifest something. All right, cool. You want to face, maybe there's a corner in your room that feels really good. Okay. So you want to put your sacred space or your altar there. And it depends on what you're manifesting. So if you think about it, green is a color of abundance, is a color of healing. Okay. So if you want to manifest more money, for example, you can dress the candle with cinnamon, or you can put patchouli, for example, patchouli oil. You can even carve into the candle what you want. So you can use I use the back of one of my rat tail combs because I'm silly like that. But you can use a pencil like this, and you can use that or a safety pin. Be safe,
I,
but
I
also
did write on a candle because you told me to,
yeah,
and I just did my pen.
yeah. I use my pen. That's whatever you have, and that's the thing. I mean, everyone approaches magic in a different way, but I approach it from the perspective of it's about your intention. Like what use what you have. Okay, use what makes sense to you. So that is what matters. Okay, so yeah. When it comes to dressing the candles, go by color. So green is health, abundance, for example, white. So to me, if you don't have any other candles and you're not sure what to use white. Okay. White also represents peace, it represents purity. Okay. And there's no such thing as a good or bad color. But that's just like off the top of my head. Black is for protection, removing negative energy. So if you want to do a protection spells, use black. But yeah, if you don't have anything else, you can use that white candle. I know that there are some people that are like, you gotta use this certain color. Listen, you gotta use what you have. Okay? And if all you have is those little candles from Dollar Tree, put your intention on there and it'll work. Okay? But yes, if you know your herbs, if you know what herbs are associated with what. So let's say for protection, and I do create my own protection oils. You can use angelica root, and like you can put that on your candle. Put some oil on there, roll it in some angelica root if that's what you have. But yeah, it depends on you, what you need, what you want, and I am of the belief that you can use the spices in your kitchen because they're all herbs. It's about the intention. The simpler the magic. the stronger
Right.
the spell.
Love
So
that.
yeah. When it's love, use roses, use pink if you can.
And put honey and cinnamon on the.
Yes, honey sweetens. You can even create a honey jar to bring what it is that you want. So it just depends.
So what do you mean you can create a honey jar? What is that?
All right. So a honey jar is basically, you can get like, again, listen, if you go to the dollar store, do what you got to do. Put some honey, put some cinnamon in there, and maybe like write a petition of what you want, okay? And put it in the jar. And then that's like your jar, your sweetening jar. So that's like another way to bring some prosperity, some love to you. So, you know, I approach magic from a creative perspective. And I consider myself chaotic. I just do what feels right to me. Yes, I do research, of course. I don't want to piss off any gods, but honestly, I just follow what makes sense to me. I understand that sugar or honey can sweeten things. If I want to manifest, I'm put a little sugar on there. If you ain't got nothing else, let's say you're trying to manifest some love, okay? And now just know there's a difference between a love spell and manifesting love. Love spells do not consider the free will of the person. Okay, so you don't want to do those. I don't recommend those. But let's say, okay, you want some love in your life and you ain't got nothing else but a white candle and some sugar. This is what you do. You want to go put some a little bit of water on that candle, roll it in some sugar, set your intention, light that candle. Notice what happens, okay? So that's just for example. All right. So go by common sense. If you're trying to get rid of something, you might want to use a little bit of black pepper, some charcoal. I like to go by the color. So black removal, protection. Okay, get a black candle, or even I'll use a black Sharpie. Do what I got to do. Whatever I need to do. So that's just for example. I know it's a lot, and I'm not able to touch on the details in the way that I want to. But yeah, if you understand your colors, also think about like your favorite color. What makes you feel good? Let's say if your favorite color is purple, purple is the color of psychic power. It is the color of the crown chakra. So if you're trying to open up your psychic abilities, you want to use purple. If you want peace, you want to use purple. So that's for example.
Yeah, because the other thing I need to figure out is because I don't normally I
Mm-hmm.
have like a lot more people on here, and I feel like Instagram or something's blocking me. One of Cakes by Laura, no, it wasn't Cakes by Laura. Who was it? I forget who
Mm-hmm.
told me my boyfriend can't see you, and he was in a foreign country. I'm like, how? So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
blocked because normally
All
like
right.
Liza like
I'm gonna do a little bit of magic right now, if you don't mind.
oh, okay.
Okay, so this is my homemade. I'm reusing this bottle. This just has photo water in there. So, for the good of all with harm to none, I open up the lines of communication. May all those who are meant to see this live come and see this live, and so it is. Ashe, it is done.
Woo.
So,
Thank
this
you.
is for cleansing. So let's see what happens. All right.
Wouldn't it be awesome if like I got 500 people watching?
Yes, they're coming. They're coming. Those that are supposed to be here
Well, like
will be
when I
here.
go live with Jen, like that's what happens, but it didn't happen last week, and it was
And
weird.
it's retrograde. It is
What?
retrograde.
But
It
it
is
should have.
retrograde.
So I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
I don't know either.
I don't either. I don't
But
know.
yes, if y'all can, please share the live. That would be awesome.
Yes,
Someone that
everyone
would
share the
benefit.
live. I'm gonna share the live too. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
Yes,
do
and
this.
let me share it with my people too. Yes, I would recommend that. Eventually, I will make my own Florida water. I like making stuff. But yes, definitely do that. Highly recommend.
Let's talk about the Lionsgate portal on the 8th.
Okay. So, Lionsgate Portal, we are officially in Leo season. Happy birthday. So the Lionsgate Portal is a very powerful, energetically charged day. Um, the Lionsgate is basically a really great time to manifest. It's a great time to set into intention what you want your life to look like for the rest of the year. And 8 is a number of power and wealth. Lions are associated with royalty. Okay, so 888. That's the power of 8 times 3, right? So you're bringing in that royal power. You're stepping into your royal energy. I'm getting royal bloodlines for some people. So For those of you that want a 360, you want to turn your life around, you want to take advantage of the 8-8 portal. Now, it starts at 8-8. It really opens up at August 8th every year. But, just like retrograde, there's a shadow period. So a few days before, let's say Leo season, but like August 6th, that's when you're going to start feeling like a lot of people feel powerful. A lot of people feel the need to also release. Okay. But like, I don't know about you, but I always feel things before it happens. So if you're feeling like this need to just like, I want to change my life. This is ridiculous. I want to let go of this cycle. That's because you're being affected by the 8-8 portal. Okay. So every year the 8-8 portal opens, and actually it peaks
Sticky. Why are we
but it
sticky?
actually don't take advantage of that until at least the 10th. 8-8 portal
I
is the
don't know
last
what you're
start.
sticking.
Yeah.
You're
Am I? Uh-oh.
yeah. I don't know if it's just me or
Now sometimes it's my Wi-Fi. Hey, this is important. But yeah. So 8-8 is basically a very powerful portal that to manifest like the best of the best.
so when you're writing these manifestations on a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
are you writing I want this, or are you writing thank you that I am a successful actress, TV host, thank you that so and
No,
so.
I write from thank you.
You what?
I write from a place of gratitude. Thank you. Like it's already happened. You don't
Okay,
want to use want when you manifest. You want to act like you have it.
got it.
So keep that in mind.
And no, I love that. I lost my train of thought again. Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You're doing great. I hope I'm doing great.
You're doing fabulous. With people getting in tune with their spiritualness and
Hey.
a word, um, you know, there's so much going on. And how
Yes.
can people find their intuition and find them, their calming, so they can kind of
Mm,
heal themselves and they can kind of get their own answers and their own questions?
that is such a great question. Okay. So, when it comes to your intuition, it's very important to me. For everyone that wants to be psychic, wants to tap into their psychic energy, you need to be grounded in. What does that mean? Intuition is your gut feeling. Okay. Let's say you walk by an alleyway and you automatically are like, no, I'm not going there.
Right. Yes.
You can't
Been there.
explain it. So that is your intuition. Now, how you tap in, you have to tap into your body. That's why I'm saying ground into your intuition, ground into your body. So a practice that I like to do, especially before I do readings or before I'm live on TikTok, I definitely need to come on live on Instagram a lot more,
Yes,
is to
you do.
notice what's going on with your body. So let's say I like to start with my feet. I actually learned this from um, one of my singing courses that I took. Okay. So notice your feet, notice your legs, and go all the way up. Notice your hands, your arms, your belly, etc. And once you get to the top of your head, you put your intention into your body. Therefore, you're grounded into your intuition. Okay. So when you notice your body, you open up to your gut, because your gut is in your body and your body does not lie to you. So how do you connect to your intuition? And I do have a workshop called Intuition 101, which we'll get into detail if you're interested. Um, get into your body. It is so important. A lot of people who are in the psychic spiritual sphere, I'm not saying this to be judgmental, but they're always up in their higher chakras. And a lot of them have a hard time grounding because they think that being a psychic means you have to be in the astral all the time. No, no, you don't. I learned this the hard way. This is from experience. You have to first get into the body. How you know that your psychic abilities are getting stronger, it starts from your head, but eventually it moves to your heart. It moves to your stomach. Okay. So if you put your hands on your solar plexus, which is right underneath your diaphragm, okay, everyone that's watching, put your hand there. That's your gut. Okay. It's so important that you connect to that. Number one. And then you move on from there. So yes, Intuition 101, real quick. Connect to your body. Build a relationship with your body, because that also connects you to the earth plane. It grounds you so that you're not in the astral realm losing it. Okay, because the more that you practice, the more readings you do, the more that you just tap into your spirit, your soul, you're going to need to remember that you are a soul having a human experience. And you have to remember that, being on earth at this time, being in your body at this time is so important, and that is what informs your spiritual awakening. So I hope that was helpful.
I love it. That was amazing. Um, let's talk about you have a lot, you make oils. You
Yes,
have
I
a
do.
lot of like oils, your classes, your
Mm-hmm.
workshops. Tell everybody the stuff that you do and how they can get in touch with you for the different stuff that you're doing.
Yes, 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 yes. So my business is called Ngozie's Alcove, spelled Ngoziesalcove. Of course, I have readings. My website is ngozisalcove.com, which is linked in the bio. I just added some classes and workshops right now. So if you're interested in reading, go to my website, go to readings and spiritual services. But if you go to energy work and classes, that's where you can access my energy work offerings, like my intuitive clearing, which is where, with your consent's very important in my spiritual work. Okay. And you can revoke that at any time. Don't worry about it. So that's when I remove negative energy, put in positive energy. So that's one of the energetic work that I do. With the workshops and classes that I do, I have Intuition 101, which is a hour and a half workshop with me. And I also have automatic writing. So if you're interested in getting into your
Just so
mediumship,
everyone knows, if you're new here, I'm not yawning because I'm tired. I'm yawning because it's the energy.
it's the energy that happens. That's
And it
normal.
happens all the time, and I say it all the time, but I
Yeah.
just want to make sure people know it's the energy
Yeah.
that makes me tired. So once this live is off, I'm fine. And she's cutting.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Be nice, please. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I have two workshops: Intuition 101, automatic writing workshop. Okay. So you get into automatic writing more, connecting to your intuition, connecting to your spirit team, how to channel, how to mediumship. And then I have two courses: the art of intuitive divination, and I just added tarot wisdom, which there's a special on right now. Yeah. I got
Um,
you. Don't worry.
if you guys have any questions, I mean, feel free
Put
to put
them
it
in
in
the
the
chat.
chat. Um, yeah.
And share the live, please.
Yes. Share the live.
But
Is
yeah,
there anything else? If nobody has any questions, nobody has any questions? Okay.
yeah. I mean, if you have any questions, put them in. I'm here to answer them. Please share the live with people that you find will benefit from this information. But yes, Tarot Wisdom is my latest course where we get into, how to read tarot cards, major and minor arcana, the psychology of tarot, cultural connections. So that's a 6-week course. Right now, I've put a special on there. So normally, for the whole 6 weeks, is $444, but I added Tarot 33 to it. So now you have until August 2nd to register for $297. So it's a huge discount because I really want people to benefit and to join in. And I also, in celebration of my 33rd birthday, if you go to my homepage on my website, it's 33 minutes for $33. So you can talk about anything you want: love, general, career, whatever.
Um,
Go
I
for it.
actually just got myself a big. Oh, I love that.
Awesome. Kicks by Laura. Yes. And with tarot wisdom, if you're interested, um, use the tarot deck that you have. Okay, I'll tell you which one to get. It's
No, you're
just about,
pointing out.
have to understand with a tip. So this is the Rider Waite, right? This is the traditional, but these two are also my tarot cards. This is the Field Tarot, and this is the Wandering Star. All three different decks. Sorry, I'm going to hold them up. They might have different artwork. but the major and minor arcana is the same. So they're all going to have the high priestess. They're all going to have the two of cups. They're all going to have the 10 of pentacles. They might use different wording. They might use different artwork, but just letting you know, just something to keep in mind with tarot versus oracle. The cards will be similar. The cards will be the same, just in different formats, in different languages. Oracle cards are completely different from each other because they're more intuitive. So just something to keep in mind.
No,
And
I think
yeah,
when you're doing a
yeah,
reading, and what are you hearing? Like, are you hearing our spirit guides? Is it your spirit guides? Is it just a knowing?
great question. It's a knowing. It's a knowing. I am clairsentient, claircognizant. That's um, my main clair. But the clairvoyant and clairaudience opening up. So now I'm just like hearing and like, oh, okay. So it's a mixture of all. So when I'm connecting, I connect with my spirit team. But when I'm doing a reading, my spirit team connects to your spirit team. But it's also like, I don't know how to explain it well, but but like I get a glimpse of your energy. And when I say I don't touch your energy, I just look. I genuinely look. I just go based on what I'm seeing. Like, okay, here's what's happening. So let's say, for example, I'm actually going to pull a card for fun, for
Okay,
funsies.
fun.
I'm being a teacher, don't mind me. I just like to show people instead of telling you. So let's say I pull this card, right? And you have the Four of Pentacles. This Pentacles is Earth. It represents stability. It represents, like, financial abundance, like being grounded, right? So let's say I pulled out this card, right? So I'm not just going by the meaning, like, okay, Four of Pentacles is abundance. I'm seeing as I am telling you, okay, someone needs to expect financial abundance, financial stability. Don't worry, that is the way forward. Anxiety, positive vibes is not going to make things better. Anxiety is just showing you what you need to pay attention to so that you can have a more stable life. Because I'm not just getting the word anxiety, I'm hearing anxiety. I'm seeing, like, in neon letters in my mind's eye, somebody's anxious about money. Someone's worried about money. I'm feeling the gut feeling in my stomach, like, oh, someone's anxious, right? So this card is coming out to say, don't give up. Great question, cross
Great
hatching. I'm gonna
question.
answer that in a second. So this is just saying, like, hey, don't give up. It's more of like, this card is saying, I understand that you're anxious about money. It is normal. Everyone worries about money, but also the money is coming. Don't worry about the money. The money's going to come. Okay. I know. I get it. I worry about money too. We all do. We all do. And also, if you notice the sun, okay, that's hope. Don't give up hope. It will come. How do I get to know my spirit team? So I'm actively building a relationship with my spirit team. I'm going to do another example with the Rider Waite just so y'all can, like, get a feel. I'm getting to know my spirit team. It's by feeling. And just letting you know, a lot of the people that are your spirit guides are actually your ancestors. So let's say if you're close to your grandmother like I was, your grandmother is most likely your spirit guide. So
Interesting.
that's
And
something
do
to
they see,
consider.
on the other side, do they see, like, if we're getting married or if we're having kids or what?
Yes, they
Okay.
do. It's not full, it's not like everything, but because they have a better vantage point from the spirit world, they can understand, like, okay, maybe you should give this person a chance. We can see what they're about, you know? So it's like they get premonitions, well, maybe more than that, of, like, the people that we're in communication with. So when it comes to doing tarot, like, okay, this is the Ten of Wands. Your grandfather is definitely part of your spirit guides. Absolutely. I'm also feeling like your grandfather is your protector. So positive vibes. So Ten of Wands. Wands is fire, action. This is burden. This is someone worried. So there's some worry. I don't know what's going on in this life. A lot of worry here. A lot of worry here. Okay. So immediately I'm getting the sinking feeling in my stomach. I'm looking at the wands. I'm like, ooh, someone has back pain. Someone's carrying the world on their shoulders. And the guidance here is drop the wands. Let it go. It's not your burden to bear. And I think that's like a collective that's coming through. And I'm feeling it in my body. I'm seeing like someone carrying like a heavy backpack. I'm hearing heavy breathing. I'm getting like the image of someone carrying heaviness on their back, carrying firewood. Why am I getting firewood? I don't know. So that's how I'm associating like the meaning. How do I communicate with them? So I communicate with my spirit team telepathically. But how you communicate best, I mean, if you want to talk out loud, you totally can do that. That's fine. And just I feel cross Hackman, if you don't mind, I'm wondering if you are interested in connecting to your spirit team. In case you are, communicate with them how you communicate with everyone else. I know a lot of people put emphasis on making things special and I have to do this ritual. No, you don't. Because your spirit team, they're with you. You don't need to do anything fancy, just acknowledge them. And ask them to show you as well. Please show me that you are here in the way that I understand. Some of you may see birds. Some of you may see butterflies, bees. They like to use
But what happens
air
when you
animals.
ask, your spirit team or your grandmother who's
Mm-hmm.
passed, and you ask for a sign like a ladybug or a bird, and you don't get
Mm-hmm.
it? Like I had
Great
asked,
question.
so
Great
because
question.
what was weird, that something happened when my father passed away, when
Mm.
I was going to Florida.
Hold on, Cross. I
Um,
got you.
I had asked to see a blue balloon for one thing and a red balloon for something else, and I
Mm.
never fly out of LaGuardia. And when
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
to
yeah.
LaGuardia, they had these blue and red balloons like stuck up to everything.
Okay. So that actually was your sign.
Right, I understand, but
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't work that way. Like I leave the house every
That's because
morning,
they
and
don't communicate that way.
I leave the house every morning. I do my little prayer, I do my little
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, universe, today, show me how good it's gonna get.
Okay, awesome. And 1 second, I'm seeing your comments in the live. I'm gonna get to you.
But that's what
Don't
I'm saying.
worry.
So what do you do like when you keep doing those things and then you're not getting the
Hmm.
feedback that you think that you should get?
Great question. So, it's a question of be specific about what you want to see. If you don't always ask how you want to see it, you're not going to get it. But also, it comes with time, it comes with skill to notice signs, to notice the weird thing, notice the numbers on your phone, notice the license plates, noticing like the stop sign that has like 999 on it. You're just like, wait, that's weird. So, you know, I would recommend and go with your intuition. Ask the universe, ask your spirit team, communicate with me in a way that I understand, with symbols that I'm familiar with, and let me know from you. So, for example, when I'm asking for a sign, since I'm always on my phone, typical millennial,
I mean, yeah, being in
I,
social, I am too.
you
It's yeah.
know, I am, my algorithm shows me. My algorithm, there's always someone that's saying, hey, don't scroll. This message is for you. I'm like, oh, okay. Or I would watch, I don't know, someone like dancing and it's like a song. And I'm like, oh my gosh, music. My spirit guides know that I like music. I'm always on social media. So guess what? They use social media and music. I love this. I love this. I love the chat. Cross Hackman, yes, there's someone there. So I would recommend Lisa be specific.
Okay, let's be
Like
sweet.
show me in a way that I understand.
Okay, so let's answer some of these questions. How do you communicate with them?
Yes. Yeah, so I do communicate again with telepathically. They're always showing me via images. And also, yeah, think about, let's say your spirit guide is your grandparent or your brother or your sibling, whatever. And when they were alive, they were always, let's say, hi, Kathy. Let's say that they were always, they have a special drink that they like. Let's say that, okay, your late grandmother liked coffee. She liked like cafecito, for example. And it's a specific smell. So every time you smell an espresso, cafecito, you see someone with a little cup, you're like, ah, that's grandma. So that's her way of saying, I'm here. Okay. Like, I'll give you an example. So for me, it's through music. And I've been listening to a lot of old music lately, like what is considered old classics. So every time I listen to classics and a specific type of music, so my late uncle was into go-go music. I'm originally from the DC area, and or they like reggae music. So every time I would put my Spotify on shuffle, and I hear a reggae song, I'm like, oh, that's my uncle. Okay, you're there. If it's gospel, it's my grandmother. I'm like,
I
oh,
love
okay.
that. I
So
love that.
that's a
That's
way that
awesome.
I know that they're communicating with me. My grandfather, he liked sweets. His favorite was sweet potato pie. So when I get the taste of
Really.
sweet potato pie, I was like, oh, that's Pop Pop.
So
Okay.
you know what's funny is when I had to change my license over, I
Mm-hmm.
came. A very nice lady was helping me, and we were
Yeah.
talking. I'm like, yeah. She's like, how have you been? I'm like, oh well, honestly, not too great. You know, we were talking. I said my father passed away, and she's like, oh my god, I'm
No.
sorry. She goes, it's actually the anniversary of my father's death today, and
Mm.
I called my sister because his breakfast was like eggs, bacon, and grits, and the whole thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, today, this was so funny. I'm like, after this, I wanted to go have like a real diner breakfast. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was getting because I haven't had like a
Yes.
breakfast like that. And
Wow.
we were hysterical. She's like, I've been thinking about
Mm-hmm.
she was saying, I always think about my dad, but she's like, the last couple days, it's been really, I just thought that was
Yes.
just like,
That's how you know. So, for example, I have an auntie that passed. She liked beer. So when she passed, I had this urge, like, I want to go to the, Denver is known for, the breweries. I wanted to go to a brewery. And I'm like, oh, that's my auntie saying that she's with me and have a beer in her honor.
I love that.
Yeah. So they use food, they use things that is associated with them. And it depends. Like if it's a younger person, you might notice video games. You might notice Pokemon cards if they were into Pokemon. So it just depends. Or even let's say if someone passed away at a time like the 80s, the 90s, then you will pay attention to like the music from that
My
time, the TV
battery's
shows.
dying, so my apologies.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe like there's a TV show that y'all like to watch when they were here, and then you're like, okay, like, So pay attention, and I want to get to the rest of the questions.
Yeah.
Y'all are awesome.
What's the
Um,
difference between a guardian angel and a spirit guide?
I love that. So a spirit guide is usually, oh, it's a great question. I'm going to try my best. So a guardian angel and a spirit guides can include humans, animals, angels, ascended masters, etc. Okay. A guardian angel is actually someone from the celestial realm. These are usually beings that have not incarnated on earth as a human yet. Okay, if that makes sense. And yeah, like angels are from the realm of light. So that's an angel that is assigned to you. Every soul has an angel that's assigned to look out for them. Okay. So the spirit world is interesting because I don't know if it's just my belief, but human souls can become angels. That's what ascension is all about. So it depends on them, but your guardian angel is basically your guardian, your protector from the spirit realm that usually has not incarnated. Okay.
Because
Now,
normally
spirit,
it's the person that comes with you in
yes.
there. Yeah.
Yes. So when you're born, they're the being that's there with you from the beginning all the way till the end. Okay. And they're usually the being that helps you transition when it's time for you to leave to go to the next level. Okay. No problem. And so a spirit guide, so let's say someone has a puppy that passed away, right? So you might feel that dog, or you might think of that dog when let's say you're not sure if you're sad, and then like you think of your dog. So that's like that dog comforting you from the spirit world, like, hey, I'm with you, I'm your spirit guide now. So
I
you
love
can have animal spirit guides, you can have um, even human spirit guides, your ancestors, or you can even have other beings. Let's say there are people that are drawn to mermaids and they're drawn to elves, And let's say when they're in meditation and they see this being, they see this like elf, they see this like mermaid, like, oh, what's with these fantasy creatures? So that's like an example of your spirit team. Like, okay.
Love that. Case by
Oh,
her, I love that. I love, she wrote, I've been getting a lot of signs regarding, oh wait, no, hold on, not that one, but I'll go back to
yeah.
that 1 second. There was your, her grandfather was a baker, and
Wow.
and she's a baker. So he had bakeries
That's
all throughout our
connection.
town. I believe he is the reason why I'm drawn to baking, and I hope
Yes.
proud. And then the other thing that she said was that she's been getting a lot of signs regarding a particular person. And I
Mm-hmm.
asked my spirit guides for signs, and I see his car make and model and hear his name.
Yes. So that's how you know. So that's a sign that he's there, and that's a sign that he's heard you. So sometimes, like people ask, like, please show me that you're here with me. And if you see something like that, that means that your grandfather's there and he's listening. He's listening to what you're saying. So pay attention to that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And just so anybody, I know there's a few people that are joining now. Normally, my battery's dying, so I had to kind of move my
It's
phone,
okay.
you know. So, anyways, is there anything else before we wrap up that you want to share and let people know again?
Yeah.
You?
Oh, and by the way, Kicks by Laura, yes, your puppy is your spirit guide. That's probably why I'm talking about a puppy. That's so funny. Oh, so anything that I want to share, definitely if you're interested in working with me, please check out my website. Follow me here on Instagram. I will. You can DM me. It's not a problem. Is there a reason someone can feel absolutely alone, but people be around? Yes, yes. And just to speak on that, because I know what that feels like, it's not that there's anything wrong with you. You're just surrounded by people that may not be on your level. And it
Yeah.
usually happens with sensitive spiritual souls. So, yes, there is a reason for that.
Yeah. I feel that a lot too.
Yeah. So definitely follow me here. I'm growing on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. But yeah, if you need anything at all, please reach out if you're interested in joining my class, especially Tarot Wisdom. Take advantage of the
And she has
discount.
a special $33 for 33 minutes.
Yes, it's on the home page. So if you need to find it, go down, scroll to the featured items. And yeah, I ship all over the country for the physical spiritual items that I create. I create the this protection spell kit, and I also create the protection oil. I will be making more in the future.
Yeah.
Abundance is
Get
next.
the,
I
are
got
you
you.
sold out of it already?
No, not yet. I'm not sold out of the
I haven't
protection
ordered it
oil.
yet. I'm going to get a small one.
Okay, that's fine. But people are buying it, so
That, and
yes.
you have to do a love one.
I will do a love one. Don't worry. I have a list of things because I was asking people like what kind of oils do you want? So love is definitely coming.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for being on tonight. This was so much fun.
No problem. And definitely I'm happy to join in again. I've had so much
Yes.
fun. It was so great talking to all of you and getting to know you. And you know what I always say, positive vibes, okay?
And any last thing we should know for the new moon for tonight?
All right. So any last thing for the new moon?
Thank
Do not doubt your power. Do not go with I want. Go with I have. Thank you. And just know that you deserve all the abundance, all the wealth, all of the positive energy that you put out. Okay? There's nothing wrong with getting it back. Please learn how to receive. That's one of the big lessons that I'm learning, and I feel like I'm going to share that with someone else. Learn how to
Love.
receive
Thank you
positive
everyone
vibes.
so much for watching. Watching. Stay safe. Have a blessed evening,
Yes.
and go
Yeah.
manifest.
Yes. Go manifest. Much love. God bless you all. Bye.